Hey you guys, this is Nathan. Today we're doing jewelry photography, and this is a request from one of my YouTube subscribers who asked me, hey, I see online, whether it's on Amazon or some kind of jewelry website, their images just look so good, and she was trying to, I think she has an commerce store on her website, and she was saying, I want to do something like that. I have the jewelry, I need to take photos of them, I need to be able to put them on, but they don't look as good as what she sees online. And I'm going to show you guys how you can get some pretty solid results out of what you're doing, just from some simple pictures that you might be able to take on your own. So first, let's look over here at stuff on Amazon. So let's look at this one. It's a really nice, real beautiful piece. If you look in there, you're like, wow, it looks really, really amazing. Now, the thing is, most likely this image is a render. It's probably not an image of the actual product. And if it is, it's something where they've really done a nice job to clean it up, to really make those colors very vibrant. Some of these others, they look a bit more believable in here. And then there's ones where people are wearing them, things like that. But you wonder, you're like, how in the world could they get these images looking exactly the same, just a different color? And most likely they're renders and they're swapping the colors out, things like that. Just how they want to do it. So if you don't have the ability to do those renders and you gotta take pictures of the actual jewelry, well, let me show you how you can do that. So let's go over here to the images, just the raw images here. We have, I took several images trying to see what would be best, but the real goal is just to, first of all, get the image in focus, and then find something where the lighting complements the piece itself. So down here at the bottom, I finally found something that I feel looks really good. Something where the entire piece is nicely in focus. If we zoom in nice and close, the pearl looks really good. The chain's nicely in focus. It turned out really good. You can even see my hand and the camera reflecting in the piece. So that's kind of neat. So you have that. So the question is, how do you make it look like, what you see on Amazon and stuff? So as you can see on many of these pages where they're showing you the pieces, there's actually a gray background. It's not just completely white or completely transparent. Most of them have this light gray background. And you might be wondering, okay, well, that's neat, but how do I get that color, that exact color? Well, there's a color picker tool in PhotoScape X. So if you're in the editor tab and you're trying to find an exact color, let's say you have a background, say, oh, I gotta select a perfect color. You can go over here to the color picker tool, and you can actually go outside of PhotoScape X, and you can go over here and click it, and it's this exact thing. If you want to type it in for yourself, it's that's FFF 7F 7F7. So looks like something that they would pick. So that would be that kind of a color. And if you don't like how that color looks on your jewelry, as far as the background, you can adjust it. You can slide it up or down, make it however you'd like. But that's how you get that exact color that they use. Now, one thing to note is you say, okay, well, Nathan, it looks cool, but how do you get the background removed? I've made different videos on how to remove a background before, but let me walk you through it here. So we go over here to the editor, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this image and drop it into the Cutout tab. Now, if you know that what you're going to do with this image is exactly like you see on Amazon or something like that, you can crop the image to begin with by cropping it to like a 3x4, cropping it however you'd like. So you've got that. And just to note, I am using PhotoScape X as my software that I'm using, and it's the good free photo editing software for PC and for Mac. So that's just what I use, and I hope that you can find a good use for it, or I hope you have another software that's able to do some of these same features. But you get something like this, and you're like, okay, that's really cool, but where's the way to remove the background? That's in the Cutout tab. Currently we're in the editor tab, where you can make a bunch of adjustments but not removing a background necessarily. So what you can do is you can save this image out, so then you can bring the full high quality image over later. go over here to the Cutout tab, and I've actually already gone through the removing process once, but I'll show you the simple process of doing it as well. If you go to the beginning, what you'll do is using either the magic eraser, lasso, or brush, you can go and you can start removing out parts of this image. So I can start removing it, and I have the green color selected just because I can then see a little better. I can show you guys what it looks like. That's just it completely being removed. And yeah, you remove the different parts, you carefully go around the different pieces, things like that. But definitely watch the video on how to remove a background, because that video goes into more details of how to do it. But after enough time, you remove everything out and around it and all that, and you end up being able to save out a very nice high quality picture where everything else in the back is transparent. When you're saving it out, you'll want to make sure it's saved as a PNG file, and that's where I have mine already saved out, and that is where you're able to then put that back into the image. So let's say you're wanting to make that image with that gray background. We can go to new and go over here to solid color, and let's say, oh yeah, maybe we still need to do that color picker part in here. I'm gonna go back to here. Let's say, let's see. What you could do is we could like look up a similar image to what you're doing. So like it could be a necklace, or it could be a certain style or something. You can look it up to see what they use, but let's just go with a simple gray. So we're gonna hit new, gonna make sure our size is gonna be the right size. So this is just gonna be a square, 1080 by 1080. I'm gonna go to solid color, and then I can go to the color picker here, and excuse me guys, you can go over here and you can go and select what it is. So you have this one, which is the same that we had before, like down here, over here. It seems like they all almost use the same background, so you can be different or you can go the same route. But yeah, you can select that. There you go with that nice off-white background. Then we can go over here to insert, and we can go and insert the cutout. You can go to insert the cutout. That is a totally draggable object, so you're able to bring that into the image and put it right there wherever you'd like it. And if you remember that it's going to end up looking pretty small at the end of the day, it might look really, you might end up really liking how it looks. If you want to adjust the color, I would just draw a rectangle and send it backwards and stuff, and then you can change it to whatever you'd like. So you know, you could have a pattern on the back of it, you could do a gradient on the back of it, you could do whatever you'd like. So find a color that works well, that complements the piece in your opinion. And what's also nice is that with a piece like this, you're able to do something like a drop shadow around it, and things like that, where you're able to still make it stand out as well if it is having a little trouble. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to show you guys how to do some jewelry photography, really getting that image nice and in focus to begin with, bringing it into PhotoScape X, editing it and all, removing that cutout, removing that background, and then dropping it onto a background that looks good to you. You could leave it without a background, or you could leave it with just kind of a drop shadow look. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope to answer that question. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.